Hey, this is the end of my first hard difficulty playthrough. I found hard difficulty to be way too easy. Normal difficulty is also way too easy. I think the primary thing that makes it so easy, you can see I had the most pops because I'm a human player and I'm not a moron. So in the very early game, I just built like 4 frontier outposts on the 4 corners of the area that I wanted to take, and I took so much territory with those 4 frontier outposts that nobody else could compete with me in sheer number of, pops. I let my sectors manage absolutely every planet except for my primary planet, and I didn't pay any attention to how good a job they did. I emphasized research all game long, and I made sure to only research engineering labs so that if I tell my sectors, hey, build as many research buildings as you can, and then I only give them one type of research building, of course they all built engineering labs. So I got, as you can see, 700 engineering and only 370 physics. And then on top of that, I focused on engineering focus, and I encouraged free thought all game long. So I maxed out on my engineering techs like 40 years before I maxed out my other techs. One of the you can see over here with only 20k research and all the AIs having about 30k up to 32k, I was pretty far behind on research, and I think that's due to hard difficulty. But the problem is, you know how in Civilization there's a technological victory condition, and if somebody gets too far ahead of you on research, you have to fight them or else they'll build something that makes them win the game. This game doesn't have that. So once the AI has maxed out the max level weapons, and you're on, level 2 weapons instead of level 5 weapons, they could theoretically use that tech lead to come kill you, but they don't feel any need to harass you. They're just like, oh, he's leaving me alone, I'll leave him alone. I think the passive AI combined with the fact that you can't win by being passive means that I can just take my time, and as soon as I finally get level 5 weapons or max level weapons, now we're on even footing, even though he got there 20 or 50 years before I did. So having a tech lead doesn't actually help the AI except in the early game, and the early game doesn't matter because nobody ever attacks you in the early game. So I think this could easily be fixed by adding technological victory conditions for the AI so that you lose unless you stop them from getting to a certain tech level, right? If I can just wait until I'm max military tech before fighting anyone, then the fact that I'm behind on military tech doesn't matter. Or the fact that I'm behind on all techs doesn't matter. So hard difficulty, all it does is give them tech advantage, I think, and make them less likely to ally with you, although I still got allies in this game. So, yeah. AI either needs to be less passive, or they need to be able to win doing the thing that they're doing, because otherwise they just do the thing that they're doing forever until you come kill them. I'm really enjoying this game a lot. It's the best 4X game I think that I've ever played. I really liked Galciv 2, but I'd say this is better. The interface has some serious problems once you get to an income level. Like, I have a plus 400 or a plus 160 income level, and that's actually, no, it's plus 400. And there's an achievement for getting 2,000. So I was having a lot of trouble spending all my cash using 9 hotkeyed spaceports and having a 400 income. Imagine if you had 2,000 income and only 10 hotkeys to hotkey starports. It'd just be impossible to spend all that money. There'd be absolutely no way. And there's an achievement for getting that income level, so apparently they think that you should do it. So I think that there needs to be a way to queue up, military vessels at 100 starports at once without me having to click literally 300 times. It takes 3 clicks to make a military vessel. That's so stupid. It should be 1 click. And on top of that, I should with 1 click be able to build 100 military vessels, not just 1. So when you make ships, it's like 1, click this thing, build. I don't know why there's a build button. And then you got to click on the right one because there's no hotkey for it. And it just takes forever to build stuff. And especially once you're rich, that's really annoying. Yeah, despite not being super challenging, I found the game really kind of peaceful and fun to play, especially in the early game when the AIs have a tech lead over you and you want to try to kill them early. I think that's the real challenge. If you're looking to challenge yourself in this game, you need to fight early wars, because that's the only time when the difficulty level will actually matter. So once you've reached max tech level, I think that the game is over and you shouldn't even bother. So just go try to kill somebody before the 90th year. Try to kill 3 people before the 90th year. I think that's a reasonable challenge. Another way to make the game more challenging it would be to have an end date similar to the way EU4 and Victoria and all of Paradox games do, right? You get 300 years to win, so you can't just spend 300 years teching up and then go fight people because the game ends. So yeah, anything that forces you to fight before your max tech level, I think, would really make things better. Like, what's the point in having a tech tree if I can max it out before I start playing the game, you know? The tech tree needs to be integrated very strongly with the political situation and the fighting, because otherwise it's pointless to have a tech tree. Anyway, I'm going to play again on insane difficulty, and I'm going to give myself 100 years and then stop. And so I'm just going to play the first 100 years and see how many planets I can control after 100 years. And then start over and do it again and do it again and do it again. And the good thing about that is that obviously I'll have to fight wars early, and I will be at a tech disadvantage, and I'll have to try to min-max to make that work. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. So I love the game. I've played about 60 or 70 hours of it, and I usually think a game is worth the money if I can spend 1 hour per dollar that I spent, and this is so far 2 hours per dollar, and I'm sure it'll get higher the more I play it. So give it a shot. Try Bajopacha.